Today we are flying to Venice, Italy.
But in between us stands almost 8,000 miles, 25 hours of travel, 3 flights, 2 5-hour layovers, and several airport lounges. After flying in and out of Vietnam 8 times in the last 2 months, this morning we packed up our bags, jumped in a Grab, and now we are heading to the airport one last time.
It's amazing what people can carry on the back of their motorbikes here. What you doing?
This is the most tempted I've ever been to buy a neck pillow. I have 12.5 hours in economy. I don't know how to get it off.
I love this lounge. It is bright and shiny and pretty. It has really good views of the runway. And most importantly, it looks like it has a great selection of food. Rice and porridge. Oh my gosh, look at these fried spring rolls. No way. I don't know why I opened that. It's clear. You can see it.
Wow. Breakfast. So since we are back at the airport flying to a country that we've already been to, we feel like we need to address a question that we've been getting a lot. And that is, what happened to your 100-country goal, and why haven't you been to a country in 3 months? I guess you could say we've taken the summer off. We've spent a lot of time with friends and family, and we filmed so many videos the first 4 months of this year that it got to where our real life and our videos were separated by almost 2 months, which just seemed too far. So we've just been sitting still, not filming, trying to get caught up.
We're almost caught up, and we're going back to Italy one more time, and then we're gonna go to new countries again. All right, it is time to board our first flight of 3 today. Yes. 3 hours to Singapore.
Once you're on our way, we'll be turning towards the south and coming to a cruising altitude of 36,000 feet. On the weather expected to be fairly good. However, for your safety, I would recommend that you always keep your mask on.
We made it to Singapore.
I don't think I did it right. Look at the camera and smile. It kind of looks like the passport photos that you get.
It does. I love it.
There's a reason this is rated the #1 airport in the world.
That is the first of many fun things we're doing in this airport today.
So we currently have a 5-hour layover here in the Singapore airport. Last time we were here, we also had a 5-hour layover, and we used that time to explore the Jewel. But that required us leaving the airport, actually going into the country of Singapore, which meant we had to come back into the country, go through security. It was a lot for a 5-hour layover.
This time, before we go to the lounge, we're going to do something that I saw on Facebook the other day, and I've been looking forward to it ever since. Oh gosh. You haven't done that to me in a really long time.
So it turns out that the tallest slide in the world located inside of an airport is here in Singapore. So that was our goal for this layover, was to go find that slide and ride it. But it turns out it's outside of security, so then we'd have to leave the country, come back into the... Not worth it for a slide. I mean, we could, we have the time, but there is a free...
Movie theater. It plays movies all day and all night. It's very quiet.
That would be the perfect place to sleep if you had a few hours in this airport. There is also a butterfly garden. We're in an airport.
I want to touch them so bad.
What?
I was a little kid who would catch butterflies and like feel their wings and then they would die.
Well, that was a sad story. You've come a long way in life.
Out of all the times we've been to this airport, it's the first time we've discovered those things. And all because we were looking for the slide. And because we usually just go straight to the lounge, which is where we're going now.
You okay? Yes.
We're in our second lounge of the day, and it is 7 p.m., which means it's Laksa time. I'll never forget the first time I had it. I'd never heard of it before, and we went to this restaurant that was supposed to have really good laksa. And when my bowl came out, it had this giant crawfish in it.
Kara's pretty disappointed.
And we're at this like really cool restaurant on the water. It's a beautiful day, and I was just such a diva about it. Like, not excited about this.
Why?
Like, I didn't want to peel the skin off my crab, and I still don't really like to do that. But how are you supposed to eat this? You want to try? I think today, if I went there, I would love it. I've come a long way since then. That was 3 years ago. And now I'm eating average lounge laksa, and I love it.
I'm tired. Yes. 12 and a half hours to Munich. I'm gonna fall asleep as soon as we get on the plane. Kara fell asleep in the lounge. We made it to Munich. I don't know what time it is. I think it's very early in the morning. That was 12 of the worst hours of sleep of my entire life.
So people ask us all the time how we beat jet lag, and the answer is
We don't.
we don't. We just go to sleep whenever we get to a new place until we're not tired anymore.
We usually try to schedule an extra day for sleeping, but as soon as we get to Venice, we have to hit the ground running, so
We're like, let's sleep on this flight. We're gonna hold ourselves back from movies.
we made the mistake of trying to sleep. That was the problem.
And it didn't work, and we should have just watched movies.
There is no one in the Munich airport at 6 a.m.
This is super fun. It is like creepily empty right now. Like, I feel like we're somewhere we're not supposed to be. We're in the lounge, all alone. Woo! We're not alone. We're not alone. Surprise. Moving in.
All right, this is home for the next 5 hours before one more short flight to Venice. I feel like everything in this lounge is from IKEA. It's just very clean and white.
It does look like IKEA, which I love. Coffee's beautiful. I'm so happy.
This is breakfast in Germany.
He's so cute.
Thanks. Feels weird when roles are reversed. I'm not sure if that was a good or bad idea. I feel more tired now.
Oh no. I'm probably big time gonna regret not napping. But I just couldn't. That's not like me at all. Coffee was too strong, I guess. Plus, my body thinks it's 2 in the afternoon. One more out.
Of the parking position. The weather route today, the weather is good in Venice as well. Once I'm cruising level after stop, sir, we're giving you more information.
Kara and Nate sent us here early. They're still on the plane enjoying themselves, and here we are.
We'll pick them up.
I can't believe we're here!
The funny thing is that until 3 weeks ago, we had no plans to come back to Italy for the rest of the year. Then 2 very special people planned a trip here that we decided to crash.
It doesn't take much to convince us to come to Italy.
Kara and Nate should be landing about now. We got a car. But our bags filled up the trunk, and we need Nate and Kara to fit, and we need their luggage to fit.
Gotta get a bigger one.
Here we are. We'll see if we get a bigger car or if we ride with everything in our lap.
Oh, there's $3.99. $3.97. We've been looking forever. Are you serious? $3.96 does not exist.
I haven't brushed my teeth in 25 hours.
You think so? Small, so we can
Decided to use our time to see.
Guys, we're so happy we're together.
We're doing this thing.
Does it fit?
Very
Okay,
American
well,
bag. Oh, it fits.
That is what you call a well-packed car, kind of. It's what you call too much stuff. And we still have this one. This is ridiculous. Comfy.
I think we're gonna fit. Cozy back here.
Intimate.
Where's the United States?
I'm gonna be Australia.
Kenya. Really thought that door was gonna open.
You don't like night mode? Will it show up like that in the video?
What?
Will it show up like that in the video? No. I don't know. Here we go.